Well, that was a waste of 20 bucks. God, I gotta stop buying movies before I actually see them. What's up, everybody? I'm Logan, and this is Whirly Reviews, the YouTube channel where I geek out and talk shit. And today I'm going to be talking about The Craft Legacy. This is a perfect example of an unnecessary movie. I love the original from '96. That was one of the movies I grew up with. And after all these years, never once thought I would like to see a sequel of this movie. Now, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a spoiler warning. I am definitely going to be talking spoilers in this video. Now, before I get into all the shit that pissed me off, I'm going to talk about something good. And that'll be how good Cailee Spaeny is in this movie. She was great in Pacific Rim Uprising and Bad Times at the El Royale, and she does a great job in this movie as well. As soon as this movie kicks off, it's just nothing but cliches. When the stepbrothers are introduced, it's like, okay, that is the cliche stepbrother of every fucking movie we've seen before. Just dickheads that don't want a stepsister around. And then you got Michelle Monaghan, who has done a lot of good acting roles in the past, playing the mom of Cailee Spaeny's character, and they end up moving to a new town with the mom's new boyfriend played by David Duchovny. Now, obviously, they're both great actors, but in this movie, it really feels like they're just phoning it in. And of course, because they moved to a new town, Cailee Spaeny's character, Lily, is the new girl in school and ends up meeting the other three girls that are part of the Coven. Now, the girls that played the Coven were pretty decent actresses, but because of the way this story is written, these characters just aren't relatable. They don't even give a background, a side story, or anything for the other three girls. Which sucks because the original movie, the side stories with the other members of the Coven were pretty interesting. But not with this one. These girls are just there. This movie failed them. It just feels like the Disney Channel decided to remake The Craft. Very cheesy teenage dramedy. And when the girls in the Coven tell Lily about them being a Coven and they want her for the fourth, it's just so rushed. It's just bam, we're a coven of witches and here's what's going on. There was literally no mystery in this movie at all. Halfway through this movie, I started having flashbacks to the last Black Christmas remake. Like, I'm all for being politically correct, but if you're gonna do it in a movie, you have to do it smart. You can't just shine a spotlight on it and shove it in the audience's face. At least in my opinion. And as far as the story goes in this movie, there really isn't one. It's just a bunch of cliches thrown in a blender and then thrown on the screen for people to watch. And they tried to throw a few jump scares in this movie and just failed. The sleepwalking scene, the dreams with the snakes were all just useless. And another thing that really bothers me is that this main character ends up falling in love with her abuser. This guy mentally abuses her and bullies her on her first day of school. And then when they're in detention and she's trying to leave to go to the bathroom, he fucking trips her. And then she puts a love spell on him and they end up kissing and it's like, oh, I'm so in love. And it's like, a week ago he was treating you like shit. And then the ending pissed me off more than anything. They end up bringing Fairuza Balk to come in and make a cameo as Nancy Downs from the original movie. It's the last scene. It's the last shot of it. It's just like, hey, there's Nancy. Cut to credits. They could have brought Nancy in whenever Lily finds out that she's adopted and finds out that Nancy is her mother. Okay, introduce her there. Have Lily meet her and have Nancy tell Lily about what happened in the first movie and what she went through and about her powers. And I don't know if they did that because they thought it would be fan service. No, it wasn't fan service. If anything, it was a fucking middle finger to the fans of the original movie. Unless they plan to make a third one where Nancy is more of a main character and telling Lily about her powers. But honestly, with the way this movie was, I don't want to see another fucking one. And then before all that, with David Duchovny wanting Lily's powers, you knew it was coming from the first time he walks on screen. And nothing's explained really, no backstory on why he wants the powers. And the Coven shows up and they defeat him and then all is well. But I'm going to have to give The Craft Legacy rewatch level 4 out of 10. And that's being generous. I would have gave it a 2 or a 3, but Cailee Spaeny's acting and character kind of saved it from getting a lower rating. She's the best part of the movie. Okay, but that's it. Let me know in the comments section if you saw the movie and what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? But don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment down in the comment section, share on social media, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos I got coming. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.